I can see
No,
it.
I am seriously, man. I am. To a 7-year-old to like, you know what I mean, to bring themselves together like that. To me, that is just fantastic. Some big people
Oh,
can't even do that. Do you
well,
know what I
just
mean?
even when she was talking to me and she was like, right, this is what I do. And she was just so clear and concise and confident. It's the confidence that she's got. And I think that's what will help our children. And I'm going to tell you, parents, instill that confidence in your children, honestly, because they'll be ready to face the world full on. And,
Yeah.
just be prepared for any challenge. Because I strongly believe that anything you put your mind to, you can do. There are certain things I never thought I'd be able to do. But when you start thinking about it, putting it together and have that drive to do it, it can be done.
Yeah.
Nothing is
Definitely.
impossible. Nothing is impossible,
Or they
honestly.
say, what does the impossible spell? I'm possible.
Do you know, I didn't even know that. Thanks, you. You taught me something.
I saw that somewhere. Impossible doesn't mean it means I'm possible. So you're possible to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up every day in that happy, positive mode now. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Honestly, I'm gonna have a great day every day.
Got it, man.
Apart
Life is too short.
Anyway, listen, we are pondering. Do we have Jharn Clothing in the room? Is he in the green room?
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello. This is the first time I have seen you, apart from when we did the testing the other day. We've been talking for a
Yeah.
little while now, haven't we?
Yeah.
We have. So, everybody, welcome to this young gentleman. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are, Jharn?
I'm Jharn. I'm 17 years old and I am the owner of Jharn Clothing.
And anybody that wants to know what I call it, Jharn, so it's Jharn Clothing. Shuey,
Yeah.
I did a promo video for this gentleman last week showcasing some of his stuff. Do you want to run that video so everyone can see this young entrepreneur's
Let
clothing
me
range?
get back to. Let's hope sure this is the right one.
And then we'll come back and talk to you, Jharn.
Okay.
No volume?
No, there's no.
Did I not put no? Oh gosh, well maybe that's the wrong file I put on. Normally it's my voiceover on there. Anyway, you can see the clothing brand that Jharn's got here. Let's just have a watch of this video. I did do a voiceover for this, so sorry, this is my fault. Apologies that this didn't happen.
It's
My
okay.
technical hitch there. And then we'll talk about this video and some of your clothing in a second whilst we let everyone watch it. You got caps there, hoodies,
Yeah.
t-shirts, babies, even hats. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Love that. Work hard and be a young entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shuey. Sorry about that, everybody. Normally I'd have some voice on that, but that did not come through. Now, how I met you, okay? This young gentleman, what actually happened was on Facebook, I'm part of loads and loads of different groups. I'm always researching and trying to spot different things. And I noticed this ad came up on Facebook and it was from your mum's account, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't have a Facebook account, so you
No, I
used
don't
your
have
mum's. Yep. So you used your mum's account and sent out a message saying, I'm doing a clothing line and, anybody that's interested in this, please come and visit. And so I picked up on it instantly because I just thought, he hasn't got a Facebook account. He's using his mum's. And I went and had a look at your lines and the rest is history. I contacted you and here we
Yeah.
are today. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's okay. And you are obviously sponsored by GY Radio as well. So your ads come up on our radio station all the time. Now, what made you start your own design? In fact, when did you actually start this brand or range of clothes that you've got?
This brand opened in November 2019. So literally just months before we went into the first lockdown. And I've always liked clothing. Like whenever I got birthday money or money, I'd always go out to the shops and I'd always get the nicest clothes, all the designer things. And I remember one day I was like, why don't I just start a clothing line? Because I see everyone going out, buying clothes, buying all the best stuff. That's what you usually do when you get your money. You go out and buy the nicest clothes, the nicest shoes. So I went to my mum and said, why don't we start a clothing line? And she agreed with me. She liked the idea. We got some stuff together, and that's how it kind of just happened.
So, I mean, where did you get the idea for your designs then? And
me and my mum, because I'm not very good at art, so all that drawing, my mum
is
did.
your mum?
Because Yeah, because I've never been good at art. Art is like the worst subject ever to me. But we kind of like the each thing on the badge, if you can see, has kind of got like a significance. So like the crown is for like king,
Do you want to hold it up a
queens.
little bit more because we can't see your top properly? There we go. So that's your brand logo, right?
Yeah, yeah,
King King Clothing range, is it?
yeah. And
Correct.
we've
Okay.
got so you've got the crown there, the wings for try fly high, reach your goals, and then the stars for reach for the stars.
Oh my gosh, so your whole logo has a whole complete meaning behind it.
Yes, yes,
So you have put some time and thought into that logo, and I love that. I love
yeah.
that. That's absolutely fantastic. So what? Okay, so you design for a lot of quite a strong age range. So from babies up until
Babies
what
all
was
the
it?
way up to adults.
And what's your product line for babies? Is it just the baby grows, or do you do
Yeah, we had
bespoke wear?
baby. I think the first thing we ever came out with was baby grows, and we had like red jumpers that was mainly for little kids.
That was your first product line, the baby grows
Those
and the
was
red
our first
jumpers.
two. Yes,
And how was the impact of those when you first came out with them?
the red jumpers were very good. They went quite quickly. The baby grows not as much, but we still sold a few.
Okay, and so after the success of obviously the baby grows and the red jumpers, you decided to branch out and get into
Yeah,
then the tracksuits, the t-shirt.
I've always wanted to do more than obviously the baby girls and the red jumpers, but I just wanted to start off slow. I didn't want to just jump straight into it and put all the products out there. I wanted to do it gradually.
Okay, so you want to do it gradually.
Yeah.
Where do you source your items from? So your clothing and your t-shirts, and have you had any issues? Say, for example, you've ordered a batch and it's just like this doesn't work and you've had to reorder again. Tell me about some of the perils
Actually,
of
because obviously we started in November and lockdown came around March the first time. So
correct.
me and my mum put money together. I think it was about £600, and we had a manufacturer in China where we were
Okay.
supposed to get all these colourful red, blue, black, grey jumpers and
Yeah.
tracksuits. And due to COVID, the manufacturer in China couldn't give us our products. So we had a major hit loss straight away. And then after that, we used English manufacturers called
So did you
Valorwise.
did you lose cash then? So you'd paid for
Yeah,
it when
we
you couldn't
used
get it?
£600. Yeah,
Okay. So wow,
yeah,
that is not good at all.
no,
And was that because you paid for the product and they just couldn't ship it or wouldn't ship
yeah.
it?
They wasn't able to ship it because of COVID.
And you couldn't get that money back at all? That's a different
No,
conversation.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
So we,
you found out
yeah,
one of the perils of business of dealing with overseas manufacturers.
yeah. So we stopped that for now, and we said, okay, we'll just deal with the English ones for now. So we've got one, and we've seen all their because they've obviously got different types of jumpers and t-shirts that we could use. But I'm more for the material I was looking for. I want it to be, nice, slick material. So that's where we got the t-shirts and the black jumpers from, and the caps from.
So you've sourced a manufacturer in the UK that does their quality is obviously a lot better. I mean,
Yeah.
is it costing you more money in terms of outlay for
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
why we didn't start with the English manufacturers at first, because the overseas ones are always cheaper than the English ones. But we didn't mind using, obviously, that little bit more money if we were going to get our clothes and make more profits, if that made sense.
Yeah, because that's what I find with overseas manufacturers. I have no idea how people source them because I mean, you don't know the quality. I mean, sometimes we order things from Wish, for example. Everyone's used Wish, right?
Yeah,
And when you order something from Wish, what it looks like on the website to when you get it is a completely different item at the best of
yeah.
times. So I've always found it difficult to try and source a manufacturer abroad. How did you? I mean, I know that you've spoken about that already, but how did you first source a manufacturer
It
abroad?
was
What did you do?
actually my aunt who's very good. She's got her own clothing shop, and she said that she'd used them before. So we said, okay, we'll try them as well. But obviously, it just didn't work out.
Yeah. Okay. And have you got any plans to go out to any other manufacturers, or are you still going to keep with the same one at
At,
the moment? You're
at
quite
the
happy with
moment,
them.
yeah, at the moment, we're going to stay with the English ones. And when we get bigger and bigger, I think we'll go back and try the overseas one again.
And so, okay, so the lines you've got at the moment is tracksuits, t-shirts, hats, baby grows,
and bags.
and bags at the moment.
Yeah.
So, do you have stocks of these, or do you make them on demand?
We make them on demand for now. But even in a couple, I think during the May, this has just recently come up. But I think I'm supposed to be going into a pop-up shop. So obviously, then I'll order as much things as I can and put it into the shop.
Where are you going to have this pop-up shop?
I don't. I'm pretty sure it's in Chigwell, but I have to check again. But yeah, this has all come about within the past couple of days.
Okay, so we won't talk about it just yet. I don't want to jinx you,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just make sure that when it does come about, that you let us know, so
yeah. I
I
will
can let everyone know
definitely.
on social media where they can actually come and physically find you.
Yeah,
Okay. So quality is obviously very an important factor to you when you're manufacturing your clothes, or
yeah,
putting them together. And
yeah.
and
Definitely.
what's the feedback been? I mean, how did you trial it first of all when you first got your lines? Did you just let friends
So yeah,
buy it,
at
or did you give it
first,
out to certain people?
for the first couple of months, it was mainly friends, friends of friends, family, friends of family who firstly ordered all of our products, and we got very, very good reviews. Everyone liked it. They were saying they wanted more, they wanted for their kids and all that. And recently, we've been going out to people that we don't know, and they've all given us good reviews as well.
When you say you're going out to people you don't know, you mean just selling to the general public?
Yeah, just to the general public. At first, we just wanted to make sure, so we just sold it to friends and family, kind of like a test run to see how good and the kind of reviews we would get back to see if we needed to change anything. But it was pretty good. So then, after the Facebook ads, actually, that's when we got a couple of people from the groups asked for some t-shirts and a tracksuit, and then we've been sending them out.
So the Facebook marketing works, people. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
these black economy groups that everyone's in, and if you do have a business, I actively encourage everyone to use Facebook and go into these groups, because there's groups
yeah,
where people are actively asking about black businesses. Where can I get this? Who does this? Or people self-promoting, which is where I go in and get a lot of my ideas and guests and things like that in there, because we do have a lot of people like your dear self who have skills that are not out there on the mainstream that we need to start promoting, especially our young people. I'm big on
yeah,
that for our young people and taking our youngsters to the next level. So
yeah.
we need to support you, and I think everyone needs to do that. And afterwards, we're going to talk about where your socials are.
Okay.
And again, I ask everyone on Mixcloud and who's watching and listening to even just go in and like his social media, whether you purchase or not. Just please support and like and follow Jharn here. Okay, so what other challenges have you actually had in terms of, your whole business that you've had? What's been the most challenging parts apart from that initial losing out on £600 on your manufacture? What else
Yeah,
have you found,
I think
difficulties in?
overall, and I think it's from every business, COVID, because mainly for clothing lines, because you're indoors, you're not going anywhere, you don't really need clothes. So obviously the demand for clothes has gone down. But now with summer and everyone's going to be out again and we're coming out of lockdown, it should hopefully go back up.
I don't know. I'll speak for the women here. We've been going on Zooms and buying new clothes to just party online. I've never bought so much clothes before in my life just to go on Zoom. It's amazing. But yes, I'm assuming that, yeah, sales will probably down during COVID because everyone's just at home and not going anywhere.
Yeah,
And I'm hoping now that it's lifting up and the sun is shining and everyone wants to get back out there, that it will pick up.
yeah,
Um, your video that you done or not the video, your Instagram feed with all the pictures, are they all friends that are showcasing your
yeah. Most
lines
of them
there?
are friends and family. Yeah,
Okay, and they've all bought your products, I hope.
yeah, yeah,
I think that's fantastic, though, how your friends and family support you. They've given you that jump start, so to speak. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's like a jump start with your closest peeps. And I think that's brilliant. You
yeah,
got the support. Because some people
yeah,
can put a business out and don't get even their friends and family supporting them.
yeah,
So first and foremost, you want your friends and family to support you, to help you put your product out there. And you've got that. And I think that's brilliant. That is fantastic, man. Thank
yeah.
you.
Most
HB.
definitely.
And I'm loving your work ethic here, from just, like I said, using your mother's account and then just thinking, I've got these ideas, we're going to create together. And you've got your mum backing you as well. It's great.
Yeah,
You two are obviously business partners. as well as her being your mum.
Yeah, it's been
So
good.
what? So other than the pop-up shop, what other plans have you got to evolve your business? What other product ranges do you think you may want to get into?
So as of now, we've just obviously got the Instagram, and we're using the Facebook. In a few months' time, I'd like to create a website. And obviously, now that it's summer, I want to bring out a few more sets. So, like for girls, all in ones, some shorts and t-shirt sets, just type of summery clothes that people would wear more now over the next few months.
Okay. And when you're trying to develop these ideas, do you go out there and actually ask your friends? Do you try and get reviews of what
I
you think
think,
people may like, or do you watch trends and get your ideas
I
from
think
there?
as a young kid, I see a lot of people wear a lot of different things from where I'm from. It's like when you're in school on Own Clothes Day, you'll see everyone coming in different things. And it's more of me picking up ideas of other people than necessarily asking them. So, like, I'll see a boy in like a shorts and t-shirt that I will think look good, put a couple of designs on it, and I think that could suit my clothing line. So it's more of taking ideas and evolving them.
So are you the designer then? You design all the lines, or your mum
No,
draws them, or you bring them to life, or how
so
does that?
yeah,
How
we've
does
got them. It's so yeah, my mum draws them, and we've got like a stitcher person, if that makes sense,
yeah?
who will stitch, or because this is embroidery stitching, if that makes. So we would get someone
Yes.
to pull it into the t-shirt, and that's how we do that.
So your stuff is embroidered into your clothes.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That does
yeah,
take a lot of work, embroidery.
yeah. It's very hard.
And it's not just like straight print. So you've got that bespokeness of the embroidered
Yeah,
logo on the items. Wow,
yeah.
that's amazing. What other skills do you think you've learned in setting up your own business and being an entrepreneur?
I think the main one is, as I saw you talking about with your last guest, was motivation. I think that's one thing I've improved on slightly. So obviously, as a young boy, we like sports, watching TV, speaking to our friends all the time.
Yeah.
At first, my mum was always nagging me, because you can't do this, because you can't do that. And I'd always be speaking to someone, playing online video games or watching football. So I've kind of learned that I now need to start doing things more efficiently.
And how much time do you spend on your business every day or every week?
It varies depending on sales so if demand we get, usually we just come up with ideas. So like the all-in-one suit, we've come up with that idea. We're gonna order some all-in-one suits, go to the person who do the embroidery, and then we'll put it on Instagram to see. So it varies depending on what we do or what we're asked to do.
Okay. And is your mum there today?
Not today, no, she's not here right now, she's out.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
shame. I would like to have met your mum today, the lady that was behind the message on the Facebook page also. Um, what was I going to say to you now? I had something else out here. So, where do you see yourself in maybe 5 years' time? Do you think that you'll be able to move this from your little side hustle into your mainstream business?
hopefully I would love to do that. Obviously, there's going to be obstacles and it would be hard, but yeah, I'd like to get this into a big design. Obviously, as a kid, when I first thinking of clothing, you see the likes of Adidas, Nike, Puma, supply and demand. You want to try and be as big as them. So hopefully, yeah, that's where I want to try to be in 5 years.
I think a lot of that is changing what people think about clothing and labels. I think a lot of
Yeah,
people think that you have to wear a brand name in order
yeah,
to say that you've got some kind of
yeah,
upstanding. Yeah, you wear Adidas, Nike, Versace, all those labels, and I think that we need to be more pushing into our own black-owned labels
yeah,
that we've
yeah,
got, and seeking them out and stop buying from these labels and making them more money where they're not even investing into the black
yeah,
communities. And
yeah,
I think that if we're buying from our own black people, we are investing in our own. And I've got a big push for that at the moment. I'm trying my best now. I'm changing the way that I buy. Amazon is still there.
yeah,
I'm waiting for someone to bring out a black Amazon or something. I cannot stand buying
yeah,
from Amazon. I really can't.
yeah,
But there are some things that I need or I need to get tomorrow where Amazon is the place to go to.
yeah,
Places like
yeah,
Pretty Little Thing and Boohoo and all these online retailers that are based somewhere else that are not into
Yeah.
the black community, and we're spending our money on them. And
Yeah.
anybody who's young designers, come out there and do your thing like what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know I'm very, very proud of you,
Thank
exceptionally
you.
proud. I mean, I'm sure your friends and family are as well. And
Yeah.
just to say thank you, as with the other guests, you would have seen this. We've got our Lockdown Hero Award for you, this little trophy we've got coming up, because I just think you've just done
Thank
so
you.
much, and just listening to you and just thinking, I can do this, and you have.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between some people thinking about it and doing it. And you're only 17 years old as well. So that's commendable. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Before I have any other questions, Shui, do you have anything you want to ask Jan, or any other questions out there on Mixcloud, or anything anyone's saying?
Let's have a check on the Mixcloud. I've got something
Yeah,
coming
let's have a
up.
check and see some
If you
comments
got
on Mixcloud.
what is the website to place an order? That's the one question.
That's what. Yeah. So
Oh yeah,
right
you got
now,
it. Website's coming, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, a lot of people have contacted me or DM'd me on Instagram, which is Jharn Clothing. On Instagram, you can find us there, and that's where we've been doing most of our orders at the moment. Website should be coming soon.
So that's Jharn, Jharn, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jharn. So guys, you can hook him up on Jharn Clothing on Instagram. Website shall be coming soon. If anyone's got a quick question, I think we've got time for one more question. Do you ship to US?
Not at the moment. That's very, very hard to. At the moment, I can try. At the moment, we've just dealt with English customers.
Yeah. But I'm sure that's something you'll be doing in the near future. I'm sure
In
you
the
will have to
future,
anyway.
yeah.
But yeah, definitely. So just keep the contact, our overseas viewers and listeners.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm sure that's something you will be doing in the near future, shipping to US and shipping overseas. I think it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
And can I just add to that? Now, obviously, you kind of need to know, even though Jan is 17, his clothing is not cheap clothing. As you can hear what he said, he's actively sought out, manufacturers, and quality is something that he's thought about. The logos are embroidered. That's quite expensive. It's more expensive than printing. So you can see that he's actually taken the time and effort and thought about what he's delivering out there for everybody. So well done.
Thank you.
Well done from the House Party Queen. And as with everybody else, stay online. There's a quiz competition coming up. I want to see how you pit against some of the 7-year-olds and the 11-year-olds that we've got in here. Some you should find really easy, but we're going to test you all. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to keep in touch with you anyway. You're my lockdown hero for sure.
Thank you.
And hopefully one day I get to meet your mum as well.
Yeah.
Before you go, Jan, we've got a website designer in our chat who would be happy to speak to you and help you.
Oh, okay.
So we'll put you in contact as well, so you can have a little chat. You might be able to give us some information and some do's and don'ts and so forth. You know what I mean?
Or maybe even help you.
Yes.
Excellent. And if anybody else has got anything they want to offer as advice to this young lad, please get in touch so we can pass on the contact details, or you can contact him via his Instagram. We're going to try and put some of these details into the chat about some of our guests and the links and things. So I'll try and get them in there to you shortly whilst we're on a break. Thank you once again, sir. I'm going to call you sir.
Thank you.
Take care. We'll bring you back out of the green room later.
Okay.
I tell you what they can do, what everyone can do actually, make sure you like House Party Queen on Facebook. Because from you like House Party Queen on Facebook, you'll get all the details anyway. You know what I mean? So make sure you like House Party Queen's Facebook page. Like,
it's actually
share.
HPQ 2020, actually. Facebook is HPQ 2020.
You got that, guys. HPQ 2020. Like it. Then you get all the info that you need of any of our guests that come on the show on a Sunday. You get all the information via that Facebook page, HPQ 2020.